This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Good morning on a Thursday. Nick Saletti here with your morning update. Dramatic new images showing an SUV that burst into flames in a suspected human smuggling operation. This happened near Coronado National Park in southern Arizona. CBP telling us the driver was speeding and failed to stop, then crashed into a wire fence. Agents pulled 2 migrants away from this burning vehicle. 7 people in total were taken into custody. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Tempe Elementary School looking for feedback in renaming different schools there, the district. They're discovering that several parks, also streets and schools are named after members of the KKK. Now Tempe Elementary is seeking feedback for 3 schools. Head to tempeschools.org to share your thoughts. If your fruit trees are full of lemons, oranges, and grapefruits, put the fruits of your labor to good use. St. Mary's Food Bank would love to have all of these citrus donations that you have. So this is going to be happening through the month of April. So of course you got a few months to plan ahead for this. There will be bins marked for citrus. Super Citrus Saturday begins this weekend with additional citrus drop-off locations in Arcadia and Sun City West. Grilling a steak isn't cheap, and if you're craving a burger or prepare to shell out more money, beef prices are skyrocketing, up 20% in just a year. So what's behind the hike, and will President Joe Biden's plans actually lower the costs? Our Joe St. George talks to cattlemen on the front lines.
These are a Holstein breed. These are males.
To understand why beef is so expensive, does this end up in the grocery store?
Yes, sir.
It helps to talk with the cattleman.
You know, beef prices are unfortunately right now up.
Jesse Larios has been doing this most of his life in Imperial Valley, California. And if you expected a simple answer regarding why costs are up, you aren't going to get one.
We got more livestock than we have harvest capacity in the United States.
Harvest capacity is one reason, though, which is a fancy phrase for saying there are more cattle than companies that can process them all and get them to a shelf near you.
We don't have enough plants to process.
Jesse says in many cases, the companies he and his fellow cattlemen work with simply don't have the workers.
COVID hit.
The Biden administration is attempting to fix some of this, however, with policy changes.
How far do they have to take their cattle?
In a recent roundtable, President Biden pledged $1 billion to increase meat capacity at smaller, more independent companies. We asked President Biden's top economic advisor, Dr. Cecilia Rouse, when that program, as well as other efforts, will mean a decrease in prices.
When can people start feeling it at the grocery store?
So most outside forecasters are expecting that inflation will be about half it is today by this time next year.
We do welcome that.
Jesse does like the White House plan, but he cautions costs are high for other reasons too. See that grain? There's corn in it, and corn costs have skyrocketed. He's paying $2 more a bushel and says it's likely because of high oil and gas prices. It may be hard to believe, but when gas prices are up, more people want to buy corn since corn can produce fuel alternatives like ethanol. All of this means that it's, well, complicated. We asked if grocery store bills will ever improve.
So will beef prices go down? Yes, I do believe they will. But will they go back down to the level they used to be? No.
In Imperial Valley, California, I'm Joe St. George.
Joe, thank you. The restaurant Little Miss Barbecue announcing it's moving into the Honey Bears barbecue location at Thomas and Central. Some for its Texas-style meat. We spoke with the owner about this new venture.
We just try to cook great barbecue and try to do the right thing. And that's kind of what we do. And people support it, and our employees are fantastic. And yeah, we're very, very lucky to be in this position that we're in.
Honey Bears will be open until early March. Then construction begins on Little Miss Barbecue with plans to open by August.
Time for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo, kicking off the day with freeze alerts in northwest Arizona and in areas south of the valley. These freeze warnings in place as temperatures are down into the 20s and 30s to start the day. But as we go through the day, that cool air, it's going to stick around. So we'll see sunny skies, but our high temperature only reaching 59 in Phoenix today. Highs reach the 20s and 30s up north. So we are going to stay below freezing across the high country again this afternoon. Today, the coolest day before temperatures start to gradually trend up. Winds are also not going to be as strong as they were yesterday in most spots, the exception being the upper Colorado River Valley, where wind gusts could still be as high as 40 to 45 miles an hour. And that means that the lake waters are still going to be choppy again today, especially through the morning. Some breezes here in the valley gusting at times near 20 miles an hour, still not as strong as what we felt yesterday. Today, the coolest day, then we start to warm up gradually. Friday, 65 into the 70s by Sunday.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, go to abc15.com or just download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.